How do I view myself as an artist? I'm a tenacious artist. I've been doing what I call my craft since I was 7, and I'm 41 now, so that's a fair while of my life. Firstly, I love doing it, and I will never stop loving doing it, no matter how tired it makes me, no matter how much of my energy goes into it. I just love to do it, and I would die, literally, if I stopped doing it or was made somehow to stop doing that. How do I see the New Zealand art scene? I think it's on a really good wave now because there's just so much energy from so many more people than from what I've seen ever before, really getting involved. And there's so much more of an openness of receiving of what people are doing. You've got stand-up poetry, you've got heavy metal, you've got all other genre of music, and it's all just happening, and it's all happening so much. It's too small a scene to be disconnected. I think we're very connected to the rest of the world in terms of the internet and in terms of media, in terms of everything we're pumped at from overseas, and we're pumping it back. The world is a very small place. I don't really think any country is geographically, socially speaking, disconnected at all unless there are governments which make that happen. If I ever think I'm really busy with music, then along comes a lot more I can do with other people. It depends on the sort of the integrity of genre though. I mean, like there are certain things I wouldn't do, and there are lots of things I would do. I like to get involved with other people, and at the end of the day you get a really nice musical result. Do I find Auckland an interesting melting pot of different cultures? When it works, it really works. And yet there are some big segregations there which I don't think will ever disappear. Certainly there's a real integrity between the sort of the metal scene and the electronic scene, if we're into the darker sort of music and that, and yet there are big gaps between that and, for example, hip-hop. And that goes both ways. I can imagine, I mean, like I'm not involved in the hip-hop scene at all, and that's probably partly why, because there is such a gap between us in that. I think sculpture and music work really well. Art and painting and music work really well. I think that we could end up with an amazing consortium of artists of all sorts of backgrounds coming together to bring out photography and music, for example, are hugely related. My band wouldn't ever look so good if it wasn't for the amazing photographers we've got behind us.